point guard, 6'4", number 4, Drew in the middle, standing 7'2", number 8, Kristaps Porzingis. At guard, 6'4", number 9, Derrick White. At small forward, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. At forward, number 0, Jason Tatum.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. And now Dallas' starting group. They've got Kyrie Irving, P.J. Washington out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. And for Boston, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now Irving to the middle. Here's Gafford, and the dunk by Gafford.
See, Kyrie never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
Davis against Tatum. Davis with the defensive effort. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Mavs. Thompson outside. Pass to Irving. Thompson outside. Three-pointer off the mark. Outside White. Over Washington. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Porzingis.
The more Porzingis proves himself a threat as a passer, the more dangerous he can become as a scorer.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. On the wing, Irving. Porzingis grabs the board.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, PA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters. Well, there is a special nature to Kyrie Irving's ability to answer back with the 3.
Tatum from long range. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Washington outside. Pass to Davis. The three-pointer off the mark. Boston has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Kick out to Brown. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Washington outside. Davis against Tatum. Poked away and stolen by Brown. Outside Holiday. Off target from outside. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, because of his size of the position inside the painted area, Klay Thompson is a real threat.
Holiday drives in. Outside White. Outside Brown. Jacks up a 3. Cranes the triple. Brown's got 6. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Tatum with a steal. It's Brown on the wing. Checked by Davis. The drive by Holiday. The kick to Tatum. From outside the arc. The rebound by Klay Thompson.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Washington passes to Irving. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Boston's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Tatum can't hit.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
And he's good on the second. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Offline with a 3. The Celtics with the lead. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Ryan, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Ryan.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Christie's checked in for Dallas. And the second free throw is good. There's a minute 26 left in the first. Pass to Lively. Here's Christie. Dinwiddie outside. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Dinwiddie, following the bucket by Boston. To the inside, Christie. Soft touch off the glass.
That is nicely done by Spencer Dinwiddie. Just getting the ball into the hands of a shooter.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Horford can't hit. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's Dallas scoring again.
Boy, Spencer Dinwiddie, it's a rare opportunity in the mid-range, but he's got the kind of touch necessary to make it.
Here's Brown. And that one's drained from the low block. Brown's got 10 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he gets it to go.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Dinwiddie. And here's Brown for 3. Lively grabs the miss. Here's Christie. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Hauser in at small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Craig's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Dinwiddie passes to Christie. Tatum against Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. Here's Marshall. Oh! Boom! He jams it straight down.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Edwards, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. Tatum inside. Marshall's there. Tatum can't hit. Dallas leading by 3. Pass to Lively. On the wing, Irving. Here he goes. Up and in on the layup. Irving's got 8 points.
So many things go into Kyrie Irving's game. Right there, the quickness and the craftiness on the drive. It's special.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Keep on dancing. Let's see what you got. You need dance lessons.
Here for the Celtics. Kristaps Porzingis comes in for Horford, and Holiday subbed in for Craig. Gafford, he's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Edwards. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Tatum. There's the triple. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
There's Tatum with the three. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Thompson. Ooh, can't get the double clutch layup to drop.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Ooh, Tatum slams it home.
I love the Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Irving for 3. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Washington comes in for Christie.
Anthony Davis, P.J. Washington.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Mavericks ball.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Thompson passes to Gafford. Yes, it's good.
That's where the threat of being a great scorer for Klay Thompson allows a teammate to get wide open.
Dallas shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Here's Holiday. That one goes in. Holiday's got 5 points.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
On the wing, Davis. Thompson outside. Rebound, Boston.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
It's stolen by Washington. Thompson outside. Thompson goes up, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Well, you love that exploiting of a window of opportunity. Klay Thompson thought of as a shooter. Guess what? I can put it on the deck as well.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Drives to the hoop. Outside Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Three-pointer.
2 minutes.
Washington grabs the miss.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Here's Thompson. Thompson with another miss. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Tatum. Ooh, rugged finish from Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets us work on the court, do all the talking for him.
White t-shirt, make some noise.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Tatum. Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard. And Dallas with a change here, too. Williams is checked in for Irving. A minute 29 left in the second period. Pass to Washington. Davis with a screen on Brown. And he lobs it up. Anthony Davis going up top.
Throw it AD's way, and he'll take care of the rest. A huge alley-oop target for his teammates.
And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. 4-point game. Outside Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the 3. Holiday's got 8 points.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Williams with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. And a guy who's won so many music awards recently, Jack Harlow in attendance.
You know, though he's a Louisville native, he grew up a Boston fan. And according to him, it was the Kevin Garnett trade that really made that happen.
That one misses. He hits the second from the line. The Celtics have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. And here's Brown for 3. The shot no good. The Mavericks leading. Washington finds Williams. Again, the miss by Dallas. Boston has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. And here's Brown for 3. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Well, one of the most valued shots in all the NBA, the corner 3, and Jaylen Brown makes easy work of it.
Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Dallas and the basket by Holiday.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
The Mavericks have gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. Here's Williams. And the layup is good off the glass. and the Mavericks lead by 1. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. And that's not going to go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Dallas on top. They lead by 1. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for our contestants.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Here's Holiday. On the court right now for Dallas. We've got P.J. Washington. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Jrue Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Jrue Holiday is elite, period.
Yep, count it. Holiday's got 12.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
From the arc. Man, that one's good. Irving for 3. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Gafford with the block. Washington against White. Puts up a 3. And it's Washington missing. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. Trailing by 2. Brown passes to Tatum. And a miss there on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Irving. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Clock at 4. Here's Irving. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Yeah, the way Kyrie varies his pace, hard for any defender to guess right.
There's Tatum with the three. Again, the miss by Boston. The Mavericks lead by 4. Now here's Irving. That one no good. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Yep, that one's good.
Gentlemen, that is about excellent concentration from Derek White. You play through the foul. Now you get the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
That's good from White.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender. A guy who can contribute to a good team. In order to space the floor effectively for his teammates, he has to finish that one, guys.
And Davis with the block.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Here's Tatum. Davis with the defensive effort.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Irving against Holiday. Outside Davis. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Substitution on the court.
Puts it up off the inbound. Brown can't hit. Dallas is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside Irving. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Dallas. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And here's Brown for 3. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. The Mavericks leading. And he lobs it up. And Davis slams it home.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Here's Pritchard. And he banks in the layup.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Now here's Irving. He's covered closely.
2 minutes.
Pass to Marshall. On the wing, Davis. Boston pulls it in.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Here's Pritchard. Over Gafford. Kick out to Brown. Left side Tatum. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Davis. And it's Tatum missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And he makes it on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Brown. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, a complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
And they pick up 2. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
Yet between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Hauser passes to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. It's Brown on the wing from behind the arc. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Here's Christie. Pass to Marshall. And here's Lively. Dinwiddie outside. Shoots over Brown. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Dinwiddie's got 6. So it's Boston now. 6-point game. Brown scanning the floor. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Dallas leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Luke Cornett. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now here's Irving. Misses the 3. Outside Tatum. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 4 rebounds now. It's stolen by Tatum. Here we go. Pushing it up now. Count the basket and the foul. It goes on Kyrie Irving.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
At the line, Shireman. At the line with 1 shot.
And that one misses. Dallas leading by 4. To the paint. And that one is hammered home.
Well, this is a point guard who can flat get off the floor. Dinwiddie using his vertical to his advantage.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Tatum. Misses from close range. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Dinwiddie with it. Working on Cornett. Dinwiddie, no good. Boston shooting just 42% so far in the game. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum takes the contact.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior. Yes, sir.
And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. So both teams changing it up here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He said, quote, "This one isn't over. Those guys will come roaring back. We have to be ready. If something doesn't go our way, don't dwell, just move on to the next play." Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Tatum inside, defended by Thompson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
So for Dallas, Marshall comes in for Prosper, and Williams is subbed in for Dinwiddie. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, the Mavericks shooting around 53%, a nice number. Marshall passes to Lively. Inside. Counted, and the foul. It's on Drew Holiday.
Boy, Thompson keeps his composure through the contact. If you're going to foul him, it better be done right, because you don't want to give him this and one.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Irving, that's good.
I mean, if you want to chase him off the line, that's fine, but that ability to dribble drive, this guy is impossible to guard. Kyrie Irving.
And finished off by Tatum.
He's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's Irving. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Out to Thompson. Outside, Williams. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
On the wing, Tatum. Out to Craig. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And Boston with some changes. Porzingis has checked in for Cornette. Brown comes in for Craig. And it's White in for Pritchard. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Thompson called in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Tatum. Tatum muscles his way in.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
Holiday against Irving. Washington outside. Back to Irving. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. So the first one drops. And that increases the lead to 6.
I think one of the things you have to be in awe of is how creative and how elusive Kyrie Irving is to deal with when he's cooking offensively. This guy truly a remarkable talent.
Knocks down the triple.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. And again, Boston with the triple.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Dallas has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Irving against Holiday. Again, the miss by Dallas.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Outside White. The kick to Tatum. To take the lead. And Tatum catches in from the corner.
Unshakable trust in Jason Tatum in this sort of situation. Their staff just puts the ball in his hands and lets him make plays.
Irving for 3. Nails it from 3. Irving's got 10 points in the quarter.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket. You just have to love that grit and effort on the glass. No problems battling for the basketball.
Pass to Davis. Holiday against Irving. White with the steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
Here's Tatum. Excellent D there from Davis.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called a TO. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look if that's at all possible.
it's Dallas with it. And he's going for the lob. Count it.
Oh, man. He plays with a relentless motor in crunch time, too. Davis always wants the ball in his hands.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look if that's at all possible.
There's Tatum with the three. Misses the three. And an intentional foul right there.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. White for 3. And he drills the triple. Oh, an enormous three-pointer. Irving for 3. Oh, bangs home the 3.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
And so the big win by Dallas in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, AD, it was close, but you got it done. What did you see out there tonight?
Our defense took a night off. We wasn't as great defensively as we usually are.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian.
I was getting 5-star.